Hi everyone, it's Annie over at Stamp Anniething, and today we're going to make a super cute shaker peekaboo tag. So some of the products that we're going to be using today is our Stamp Anniething Autumn Life paper pad. There's 24 sheets in here. I believe you get 3 of each sheet or 4 of each sheet. They are double-sided, so beautiful fall colors. We're going to be using that today. We are also going to be using our peekaboo tag dies. They come in, there's 3 in here, 3 styles. You get a what do you call, like an arched oval-y type style, a square style, and then a circle, and each comes with 2 pieces. This is the fronts of your tags and then the backs of your tags. We are going to be using the square one today. So I already prepped most of my project pieces. I already colored my image. We're going to be using this little cutie here, which is Chrissy Fall Leaves. I decided to do her in a dark skin tone, and I used a lot of beautiful fall coloring Copic markers just to go along with that fall theme. We have a little sentiment that says "for you" that we'll be attaching to our tag. I'm just going to put that aside for now. And I started prepping by cutting out my tags. So what you need for these is this is the back side of your tag. And then you have the front side of your tag here. And this has the little pop out window. So you it has a little score line there so you can bend it when it's time. And we're going to fill these with our cute little shakers. And then you also need a piece of acetate to make your window. I'm just going to put some of that aside for the moment. Now, when I make my shaker tags, or shakers just in general, most people, you can use your foam tape. All of our shakers have that 1/4 inch border, so you can use your 1/4 inch foam tape very, very easily to go ahead and build up your wall. I do not like using foam tape. I actually like just cutting out several of the pieces in chipboard and stacking them together to make my wall. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. So I cut out tons of the covers. I also cut out an extra of the back because I like my shakers to be really sturdy. And then I cut out what's going to be the inside back of my shaker. And at first I didn't know if I was going to do ink blending on white. And then I saw this cream colored cardstock that I had that was just going to tie in much nicer. So I'm going to be ending up using that. So what we're going to start off doing is we're just going to start gluing all of our bases together. So again, these are the back pieces, and you do not have to layer the back pieces if you do not want to. Again, I just like to do it because I like my shakers to be really, really super sturdy. So I'm just going to layer 2 pieces of chipboard together for my back layer, like so. And you never have to worry about really getting it all to line up because it's from a die, so it's all going to fit perfectly. And then the inside part of my shaker here is going to be this pretty cream tan color. And then I'm going to go ahead and also glue that down as well. And then this will complete the bottom portion of the inside of my tag. Okay, and it's just nice and thick. And you just want to make sure you have it glued on really, really nice. Okay, now for the top piece, because we're also layering it. Now, if you weren't, you would only need the 1 piece, and then you would go ahead and foam tape along your edges, single or double, depending on what shaker bit you're going to be putting in there. Since I am going to be layering, I only need the first one to really have the flap. But these inside pieces, I just need that inner wall. So I'm actually going to grab my scissors. And all I'm going to do is snip on, I don't know if you can really see the score line right there, but there's like a dotted score line. And I'm just going to snip off on my score line on all of these little extra pieces. Oh, those are 2 together. just so I can make that wall of chipboard. And then you can always save these inner pieces for another project if you are a person that likes to save your negative spaces. Okay, so now I have 4 here that I can make into my wall, and then I can glue my cover on top of that. So we're just going to go ahead now and we're going to glue these 4 really quickly together. Again, you can use foam tape. You don't have to do it this way. I just like the clean look of the chipboard, the sturdiness of the chipboard, and also the side view, I think is so much more attractive than the foam tape. And I don't have to worry really about getting my foam tape evenly distributed when I do it this way, because the dies are all going to just layer perfectly together. And I don't have to trim any foam tape if anything, you know, didn't fit crop properly, or if I didn't have the right size. It just makes it, I think, much easier to do them. It takes a little bit more time, but I think the outcome just is so much nicer. Okay, so again, we're just putting these together in a perfect fit, which is what we wanted. And then you also have your top sheet, but you also need your acetate window. So before you put on your top sheet, you're going to want to glue. Let me grab this little hole, didn't come out from my tag. It's hard to see the acetate because it is clear. Hold on, let me just snap that. Can I grab it? There we go. Okay, so there's my acetate, and that you can either put it on the top or the bottom. It really makes no difference. I'm just going to stick it on top. And again, it's going to be covered as well with your window. Just want to make sure it's cleaned off, get all that extra fiber from my chipboard off of it. Again, we're just going to layer that on there. Just make sure it's on there securely, and we'll let that dry. Okay, and then I do have from the paper pad, I cut out this pattern. I just thought it wasn't too busy compared to some of the others when I put our girl on top of it. Sorry about the glare there. So this, we're going to go ahead and we're keeping this flat because we want it for the sturdiness. So we're going to glue this all together, but you want to make sure that you don't glue it shut. So we're going to go ahead now and glue these 2 pieces together. This is going to be our actual final cover part of our window here. Try not to get too much that the glue is going to ease into the openings. And then you're just going to want to make sure that it opens. Just make sure it's down good. And the flip is right there. You can go ahead and start to bend it so it has that opening for you. You can do that with your bone folder. So then this will end up going on this piece. It's going to flip over, and there's your window. So I'm going to go ahead now, and I am going to secure these 2. Well, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll secure these 2 pieces together now, like so. You might have to wiggle it on a little bit more because the acetate is slippy. So the glue slides a little bit more. So you just want to make sure it's really nice and dry before you continue to do too much, you can also tape a little piece of ribbon so that they can lift it easily, however you want to do. And then eventually we're going to be gluing this to that. And there's your little open window. I'm going to grab my little anti-static tool just to clean my pillow here. I'm even going to clean out the front, even though it's not going to matter. In just one moment. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over because this is where we're going to actually put in our shaker bits. And I have some really cute ones that we're going to use today. We have our diamonds. I'm going to use snow. I believe this is emerald. We have two different greens, but I think that's emerald. And then we have champagne. And then I also have some cute pumpkins that we're going to put in here as well. And the reason why I built it up with the wall is because these are different sizes and we wanted to make sure that they weren't going to catch. So I'm going to go ahead and just add in a couple of our little snow diamonds here. Like so. So there's our snow. Probably want a little bit more. I love how they catch the light. And then we're going to add not too many of the green because it's not really the color green that I would have liked. I would have liked a more of an olive colored green, but it is still going to tie together. And then you have these light beige champagne ones that we're also going to add in. Ooh, that's a chunk there. Like so. And then we have these really cute pumpkin clay shakers bits. I don't know if you can, oh, it's upside down, but oh, cute little fall looking pumpkins. And we're going to put in a few in here as well. You can add basically anything to make a pretty combination. We have tons of shaker bits in our store, so you can mix and match. Some of them already come in a mix, so lots of fun pieces that you can do there. And then we're just going to be able to take this and glue it to the back side. So I'm just going to go ahead now and add some glue. And again, this is a super quick, fun project you can do to make gift tags. They can also be ornaments if you decorate trees for the holidays. And then I just want to make sure it's all nice and lined up, which again, because it is a die, as long as you feel that it's all flushed, like so, it's going to be totally fine. And there, voila, is your shaker. We're going to put a piece of ribbon in there in a minute. And there is your cute inside, like so. Now I had, let's see, where did I put the little for you sentiment? Here we go. So we have our little girl. Now you want to make sure when you're gluing whatever, your image or your sentiment, you can do a word die, that you're gluing or pop dotting it to the part that lifts up and not catching the edge. So we're going to actually pop dot her, and we're going to glue that on top of it. So I'm just going to grab some foam tape and start prepping her. So I just need to do, let's see, from a little below her head. So we're just going to get this piece right here foam popped. And And then a little bit on, because I want it to hang over. Obviously, you can put her in the center if that's what you wish to do. I want to have her off to the side a little. And then I'm going to foam tape this part of her head. And it's really just, you know, feeling your way to see what needs to get foam taped. And then I can do the center part of her little body here. But off to this one side, like so. And I can probably even get this little arm. Oop, that one's too fat. Let me just slice another little piece for her arm, like so. And I just like it so that when I feel it, it's nice and, you know, there's not one little piece that's going too soft around. And I think we can get another little piece right here on her back side of that head there. Okay, yep, that should do it. So we're going to do that. But before we do that, we want to grab a piece of our ribbon, not for this piece, or actually, you know, you can also just take an extra piece of acetate if you didn't want ribbon to be what's tucked behind here to help you with your lift. If you guys have any of those little half circle stamps that say lift or pull, those kind of things, you can actually glue those in there as well. I think I'm actually going to use acetate instead of ribbon, because if I have ribbon down here, let me just eyeball it and see what it would look like. If I had some ribbon there and her here, excuse me, and then the ribbon up there, I just don't think it cohesively is going to look as nice. So I'm going to just grab a piece of acetate and cut a rectangle slip, just like so. Nothing crazy. And then I'm just going to be able to glue that to the inside of my piece here, and then I can trim it down once I'm ready. And I make sure that it's nice and secured. So while that's gluing, we can go ahead and put our girl down. So I'm just going to remove this backing tape here. Oops. Like so. And now I can go ahead and put her on there. And now I can take my For You, and I'm going to half pop dot it, because she's pop dotted, so that's got to equal out to her level, and then I can glue the other part on her leaf. So we're going to pop dot that one side, glue up the other side, just like so. And there we have that. And then this acetate piece is working for you to go ahead and lift up your little girl. Okay, so now all we're going to do is trim this. And again, you can use it as another sheet of paper. You can use whatever you want. You could put the ribbon, you could put a bell, a charm, whatever you want. I'm just going to go ahead just so that people would know that that's the little lift area. And now all we need to do is find our ribbon that we want to use and tie a pretty bow to the top. And I wasn't sure, first I was going to grab oranges and yellows, but then the yellow here is just too bright of a yellow for what I wanted. Then I had some pretty teal, which I thought could tie into her scarf. And then I have this beautiful plum purple, which is more in the color tone of the whole feel of the card. So I might actually just mix these two together, because her scarf, when I colored it, just happened to be blue and purple, which I did not plan on when I was even looking for ribbon. So this is just some crinkle ribbon that I got off of a seller from Etsy. And I'm just going to cut 2 pieces as soon as I find the end. But anything you have in your stash, it's going to work really well. And I'm just going to take my 2 pieces of ribbon and I'm going to fold them in half. Oops, got stuck there. Fold it in half. And you can either tie a bow on your thing or you can do like the loop kind, which is usually the one I like to do, which is when you feed the fold part in like so. And then you open the folds and loop it around. So you have that. And with crinkle ribbon, that's always a good thing you can do because the way that the crinkle ribbon kind of hangs is pretty enough. I mean, obviously we have to cut it shorter. But yes, if you wanted to, you could still make a bow. Let's see how the bow, but crinkle ribbon bows I don't think are as pretty as, you know, like grosgrain or because of the crinkle. So I don't usually tie bows with my crinkle ribbon because I just don't think that they're aesthetically very pretty. I like them more kind of just like a ruffly hang. So that's what we're going to do here. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim some of that off and then flush it out like so. And then you can always take this. You can attach it if you're having guests over, say for Thanksgiving dinner. You make placeholders with treat boxes. You can always tie this onto a treat box for them. You can, if you're having a centerpiece, you can always use some like elastic ribboning or wired ribbon, make a really pretty bow, put it on a wine bottle. You can put it around the neck of a vase for it. There's many different things that you can do. And there's your shakers inside. And again, you don't have to do it with an image. You can do it with word dies. You can do it with just pretty stamped paper. You can even, if you were doing a really nice family gathering, you can put photos on the inside. So everyone has their own photo tag. Well, the photo can even go on the outside. However you want to decorate it, you can go ahead and do it. This is just one idea for something that you can do. But these peekaboo tag dies are really great for so many occasions, for new baby, for wedding, graduation, because you can literally fill them with anything you want and decorate them however you want and then just attach them to a gift bag. And again, like I said before, you can even turn them into fun little ornaments for your holiday trees, wreaths, back to school. There's just endless possibilities for what you can use. And again, this is just the square one, and there are 3 different shapes that you can use. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great rest of your day. Bye.